I am the Pirate King.
YouTube! What the pirate crap is going on? Heir of Harkon here. And who is ready? Who's ready for this? Oh, I'm ready. I've been waiting a week to jump back into this one. I was having a lot of fun with it. I am more than ready to get back into here. Diogo, good to see you. Steven, Marcus, Disabled Cookies, Mr. Iron Gut. I'm hungry too. I'm always hungry though. That's me. Josh, I do like your campaign idea a lot. I'm glad you put it forward. I'm enjoying it, and I'm super excited to be back tonight and get to play it. And then tomorrow night, we're going to be doing some multiplayer battles. So that's right, back-to-back stream nights. Sorry I missed content yesterday. I was just utterly exhausted. And it's because I still just have not adjusted to being back in the office. It's taken a lot of hours, and sitting in a building like 9 or 10 hours a day with no windows is just killing me mentally. So it's making me really tired and unenergetic. And when I get home, the only thing I want to do is sleep. And then I end up staying up late sometimes because I just don't want to go back over to the office. So it's like this vicious circle. I'm trying to fight it. I went to bed earlier last night. It helped a lot. I was still dog tired. And we had a whole bunch of training and other stuff we were supposed to do. So I told my boss, look, I'm going home to work from the house for this afternoon because all I'm doing is training anyway. And so I came home, and instead of eating lunch, I just slept again. And then I finally feel like I have a little bit of energy for once, and I got my work done, got the training done. One more day, and then I'll be out to the weekend, so hopefully I can readjust. I think I'm just going to have to do a better job of getting myself to bed on time, eating better, and then getting back into my exercise routine, because it'll help me have some energy. Protocol! Holy crap, sir. Thank you for the 20. That is extremely generous. Thank you. He says, Heir, I had to come in strong. All the love, Heir. I hope you've been well. Put this money towards forming a union so you can work from home again. Oh my gosh. I guess we could have the local workers' salt union. And it's just where all of us are so salty that almost no one can tolerate being in our presence. And then in that case, we'll get everything we want. So how about that? Does that work? Thank you, Protocol. What I will put the money towards is terrorizing all of the factions whose lands we have to go invade. How about that? Speaking of things we need to go invade, we've got a lot of stuff to do. Protocol, thank you very much.
I'm getting
In fact, you know what? We need to... We got Killscribe here. We got Tooty Floozy. We need to get a character or at least a unit in here now for Protocol. Let's see. Let's rename our capital after him. There we go. It's Protocol's Cove, the Awakening. That's so last year. All right. We'll get you something else in here too, Protocol. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Anyone else get stomped in the Karl Franz campaign? That's a good question, Iron Gut. So Karl Franz does have a lot more enemies around. There's going to be a lot of demons headed your way, especially those being led by Festus. Festus? Yeah, Festus, the Leech Lord, right? I think I got it right. Why am I thinking? Yeah, Festus. Why am I confused? Why am I thinking it's all of a sudden not Festus? It is Festus, right? I'm not crazy. Help me out here, folks. I mean, I may be crazy. I'm playing as Luthor Harkon, so, I mean, crazy kind of does come with the territory. Yeah, Festus. Okay. All right, good. Steven says, Heir, you have to have a pirate parrot. Ooh. We'd have to have, a Great Eagle from the High Elves, but then we'd have to get him to ally with us, and I don't know if the High Elves are buying that. Check out our mission here. Share the burden. Raid the following region. Swan Heck, is that the one? What is this mission right here? I click on these, and it supposedly takes it to me. Share the burden. Raid the following region. What the heck? Guessing maybe it's Oh, okay, just the building. Okay, yeah, we can raid it. I got it. We're supposed to dig for treasure up here, though, I thought. Or is that further? I think it's further up over here. Riddles of Renald, yeah, so we're supposed to dig for treasure up there. My bad. Thank you all for joining in. We're just getting started. You haven't missed much. Now remember, in this campaign, I should restate this. I should have done this back closer to the beginning. The objective in this campaign is to capture every province, not every settlement, but every province that has an X in the name. And the first one is going to be the jungles of Pahualaksa? Whatever, however you say this. The jungles of P. How about that? So we're going to go up there, and we're going to go capture it. So that's going to be the first one we do. I think after that, the next one is the Phoenix Gate, which is on Ulth 1. And we have to sail across, and we have to take Groms, and then there's like these 3 passes here with the forts that we have to take as well. So that's our objectives right now. So it's called X marks the spot, which is appropriate because we're playing as a pirate hunting, or a treasure hunting pirate. Pirate hunting treasure, either way you want to do it. Alright, let's roll up here to Renald's Riddles and let's go do some searching for the treasure, and then we're going to establish pirate coves as well. We got one going here. We now have a pirate cove in that settlement. I don't have the money to build it up yet, so we'll need to do that. Oh, and the one over in Cathay. That's right, Legamus. The final one is over in Cathay. You are correct. That is a lot of lizards, and they appear to be very unhappy with me. I can't imagine why. Did I do that? Did I do that? JR says, love your channel. For the Total War campaigns you do, you should name a zombie unit Low Mochas. I don't know what it means, but I can do that. I think I have a zombie unit we can do. We get old zombie guns. That's right, Bedlams. Killscribe, thanks for being here tonight. Best scribe ever, I might add. I don't know who that guy is on Sesame Street trying to do the counting, but he's got nothing on you, okay?
You say something.
He's not the real scribe.
Can't be done.
Ex-Lodal got taken over by the traitor. We got some sirens now, too. And let's go over here to the zombie pirate mob, because I said we would do a name with them, so... where was it? The name. Bestest is the bestest, yeah. He is pretty good. Where did I get the name? X marks the spots. Where was the name? I could have sworn it was right here. I don't know why I'm missing this. Zombie unit, the Low Mochas. Okay. Rebecca Maya, I'll get straight to your comment. Give me just a second. Let me get this name in here. But thank you so much. That is extremely generous. Give me just 1 second. I'll get to your comment here. I'm very single-threaded. I can't type and talk very well. Or do much of anything very well, for that matter. Let's see here. Low Mocha. Alright, there you go. And then Rebecca Maya, thank you for the 20, says, I love the content error. Your roleplay commentary on the last Patchy video made me laugh. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I like doing those. I feel like I need to... I feel like I'm off my game. Like, I feel like years ago I was better at kind of just like winging out some goofy commentary, and I feel like I'm far removed from that, like that I'm not as good at it anymore. But I'm going to try. I'm trying to keep it going over there. And it's fun. It's a good challenge for me, you know, to try and keep things interesting. And I'm glad that you enjoy it. I love making content like that. It's a heck of a lot of fun. And hopefully you all are enjoying it. Thank you. Very much appreciate the extreme generosity, Rebecca and Protocol. Both extremely kind. And it's because of folks like you and the other viewers here who are very dedicated that obviously keep me coming back and keep making this so much fun. And you're obviously directly involved helping the content stay here. So we get 50% of the local settlement's income if we go down that route, which in this case is about 250. If we build this one, it's like, this one is the 200. Or no, it says 50% of, plus 50%, 300. So we get more for some reason. I don't know why we get the plus 50% there. So this is more over the short run. We also pick up infamy from tariffs. If you go through this one, like I think this would be a better one for a place like Ulthuan. I don't know if I expect this place to make, you know, a ton of money, because it's just like a minor settlement over here. So I think I'm just going to drop in this pirate cove here. But we will definitely get there. So what do you all think? What's your favorite faction for the coast? Who do you all like most? Like, what's your favorite legendary lord for the coast, or your favorite faction to play, and why? And we'll read through some of that, see what you all think about the coast. We already got Black Flag here, which drops our upkeep. Living Ship is good, because this is going to grow our what do you call it, our flagship. It's going to grow our flagship faster, and we definitely want that. Let's do Living Ship. Silostra. Steven says Luthor's his favorite. Mr. Irongut says there's only one faction, Ogres. Not exactly a pirate faction. Alright, so, yeah, Luthor, I don't know who's my favorite. It's kind of tough. I feel like Noctilus is probably just straight up the strongest. Luthor's fun to play too, though, and Silostra's got some cool magic. She can be enjoyable, and then the crab armies and stuff. And honestly, RNS is probably the most boring one, but mostly just because she doesn't get like a cool mount or anything, I think. But she's fun to play, and Sartosa's a bit different where they get the militia troops. I can't remember if the militia troops get big enough buffs, though, to make them good late into the game. Because if they were good late into the game, that would be a lot more fun, in my opinion. Keep giving more hit points to this Morgul Hunter. I'm just waiting to pick up my running Prometheans, and we're going to move on and do some more work. We've got our Pirate Cove building there. Our character working up here towards that treasure. I got a little bit of leftover cash. Let's see if there's any good spots to invest it. Some growth there. We probably need defenses here, but I don't really have the cash for it. Let's just end the turn. I'm kind of low on cash right now, so we will need to save it and use it wisely. But we'll retake Axolotl. I'm going to have to go shut down Itza because they're obviously not going to leave my flank alone. It's a waste of time. I don't really want to be doing it. I want to go to the jungles, but we are going to have to secure a foothold, at least until, you know, we've got enough money or something to handle a second smaller army. Just keep these guys off our flank. Here, Ocean, so we get extra movement range for all armies. That seems pretty good. Let's do that. Holy crap, Protocol! Dude, you're already coming in big. Look at him coming in double big here. Protocol, thank you again. Holy cow, so much for the 20. Does Count Noctilus because in the lore he quite literally transport his entire kingdom into the middle of the sea, which is awesome. Have you been enjoying any games off Steam outside of Total War Warhammer? That's a good question. And that's neat. I didn't know that about Noctilus's lore. It'd be neat to go learn more about. I need to get a few Warhammer books and read them just for fun. Just to try and get caught up on some of the lore. Now, let me think here. Games on Steam outside of Warhammer. Now, mostly the games that I've been playing recently, off of, outside of Warhammer, have been on the Switch with my boys. I'm always playing, like, I think I've played through Breath of the Wild, like, 700 times with my boys. They like it. And then I think I've probably gone through Metroid Dread at least, like, 10 or 12 times, because they like that one as well. So those are probably the ones I play the most. Now that said, I think most of these guys already caused all this stuff. Let's just go ahead and auto-resolve. This is a pretty easy win. I mean, I have some other favorite Steam games. Like, I really like Surviving Mars. It's kind of like a below-the-radar, kind of chill city simulator where you're building it. And I really like that game. It's a really good one. I play it probably quite a bit. As far as PC games, I really liked playing Halo. And I guess I still like Halo, but like Halo Infinite was such a depressing waste. Like, it's not bad. bad. It's not a terrible game, but like they blew it. And they turned it into kind of this cheesy free-to-play garbage with a shop full of junk. And it all looks stupid. And then the way they do matchmaking, it's like you can't really hardly get a casual game. And I don't know, I don't like it. Like, they screwed it up. And then it made me so frustrated and sad to have to wait like 6 years for another main Halo title from the last one. And then they screw it up after having a massive budget and 6 years of development and all this other stuff. Like, that was just so disheartening that I've hardly even played the Master Chief Collection since then. And the Master Chief Collection is really brilliant. It was a freaking dumpster fire whenever it launched. But it's really, really good now on Steam, and it's a fun collection to play. Classic Halo games that are a ton of fun. They did a good job adding in all kinds of like new cosmetic content and challenges and stuff. It's really good. It's exactly what Halo Infinite should have been with the new game, but it wasn't. And so I'm still just obscenely disappointed in the 343 team for what they've done to my Halo. Like, I'm really irritated. Like, it should have been a big launch. It should have kept people interested in Halo for years. And now it's just dumpstered what was left of the franchise. I don't even know if they can save the franchise at this point. It's a mess. Like, they made a genuine screwed up mess. Like, they screwed up bad. And like I said, I don't know if it can be salvaged. And it makes me really sad because I love that franchise a lot. So I used to read all the books, play the game all the time, and now I'm just not motivated to do any of it.
Smell a defector.
So, and it's kind of the same way with Star Wars right now. Like, I love Star Wars. I've loved it since I was a kid, and Disney has done a few things okay. You know, like the Clone Wars was good, Rebels was good. You know, Rogue One wasn't bad. Mandalorian was pretty good, and then like Obi-Wan was a dumpster fire. Book of Boba Fett was meh. And, like, I don't, like, The Last Jedi was absolute hot garbage. I didn't even watch Episode 9, like, so Disney's kind of ruined Star Wars for me, too. Like, people were saying, well, no, Andor's there, and it's better. It's like, I don't know, I can't do it anymore. Like, you know, even if it is good, like, I can't do it anymore. They've released all this stuff, and so much of it's been trash that it just kind of killed my excitement for it.
Psyche.
So, anyway, but yeah, that's as far as when I'm off Total War Warhammer. Probably Surviving Mars, the most protocol. But there's things I'm really looking forward to. Homeworld 3, I'm really hoping will be good. I really loved the Homeworld games, especially when they did the remastered version. It was nice to have those get an update, so I really love Homeworld. That's a neat franchise, and I hope to goodness that they don't botch that one, because that game is such an old classic for me, and it's near and dear to my heart. So I hope they do a good job with it, and I think they will. I'm optimistic. So, but that's one that I'm very much looking forward to. And then, of course, next year, again, another game that's been 6 years in the making, is going to be the sequel to Breath of the Wild, which is Tears of the Kingdom. So I'm super excited for that game next year as well. So those are a couple that are on my radar that I'm very, very excited for. Polaris says Andor is pretty good so far. That's what I've heard from people, and like I'll take their word for it because usually, you know, the audience scores are pretty indicative. But I'm not coming back for a while. Like I got pissed off watching the Obi-Wan series be absolute hot garbage. Like, it felt like, you know how like the Marvel movies, like, I don't even like Marvel, but like the first couple of them started off kind of like big and exciting, and then by the time you get to like Marvel movie number 2678.5, it just isn't interesting anymore. Like, I feel like that's like, and then of course Disney, you know, did that with Marvel, and I feel like they're doing the same thing with Star Wars. Star Wars just feels like a different skin on the Marvel movies. And it's just like they're ruining the fun of it, in my opinion. So I feel like it's this amazing infinite universe of possibilities, and they're painting it into the small corner of uninteresting stuff because they're too afraid to go write something good. I feel like that's like the story of all modern entertainment. People are too afraid to go write something good. Let's just try and do a cheap copy of something that's already been written.
There's no
Bedlam says you didn't like Kenobi. It was really, I thought it was good. Well, I mean, it's okay if you think it's good. I'm not trashing you, but no, I didn't think it was good. I thought it was gosh awful. Like, I thought it was terrible. Darth Vader went around throwing temper tantrums and acting like an absolute moron that was totally out of character, in my opinion. And yes, I'm being harsh. I'm not throwing this harshness at you. I'm being harsh toward the show. If you liked it, it's fine, and I'm glad. I wish I could have. Obi-Wan was acting like he hadn't ever been a Jedi, like, didn't know what he was doing, like, off in the desert, supposed to be protecting Luke, and he's working at a fish factory and sulking around, like, has no Jedi powers. Like, Reva's character was just not interesting, like, at all. The story arc doesn't make any sense. Like, hey, I hate Darth Vader because he stabbed me when I was a kid and he killed all the younglings, so I'm gonna turn into him and go stab him and get revenge, which isn't the Jedi way. Like, so her character didn't make any sense. Like, and it was just a weird arc. Like, all these fights between Obi-Wan and Vader that didn't need to take place because we already had one in Episode 4. So to me, it was just, again, it was just a waste of a show that they put really popular characters in the hopes of keeping people interested. So yeah, I didn't like it. I thought it was very poorly written. I didn't think it was true to the characters. I don't think it added much to the Star Wars universe, in my opinion. That's just me. Like I said, if you liked it, it's fine. I'm not bashing you. And heck, I mean, if you like what Disney's doing with Star Wars right now, then it's an exciting time to be alive, because you're getting a lot of content. Like I said, I wish I could like it. I just can't. It just feels bad. Like the Lord of the Rings show, I haven't even turned it on, and I'm not going to. Like, I can't do it. I've had so many of my favorite franchises ruined that I just can't even take the chance. Like, so I'm not even going to turn it on. So, yeah, Lord of the Rings is too epic for me. That Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings trilogy was absolutely amazing. Probably the best series of movies ever. And I'm not even going to attempt to let someone to add to that. So, but yeah. Anyway, sorry that sounds kind of negative. He was asking what I was into and what I was doing outside of it. Yeah, I'm excited about a bunch of games. I am. Very many games.
I'm getting twitchy.
How did we get hurt here? Did we just not finished healing? Well, our ambush got discovered, and they're just stacking up lizards and distillodons here. That is a mess, and it's really frustrating because they won't come over to fight me either. Just typical AI behavior. Really frustrating behavior. Like, this is something I wish... CA recently tuned the AI and the campaigns to be less aggressive, and I'm not really sure why that was, like what people were complaining about. I'm not even necessarily saying make it be super aggressive, but like here, the AI has armies, and they just sit here at their settlement. They have more units than me. They should be seeking out the engagement. Even if they think they're going to lose, that's another thing I get frustrated with the AI is like, oh, well, the auto-resolve says I'm going to lose, so I'm going to run away. I'm not even going to fight this. No. Fight. The game needs the battles. Like, the AI needs to come fight you. Total War is battle. So I feel like CA's got some serious work to do in terms of they really need to tweak the AI to where the AI likes to fight battles, because this is Total War. It's not total campaign screen, right? I mean, even look right now. We haven't had a battle that hasn't been worth auto-resolving since we started. That's a problem, right? It's a problem. The game needs battles. And right now the AI doesn't seek them as often as it should be. So that's one of my complaints in the game at the moment that I think needs to improve. I've been playing a legendary Tyrion campaign kind of on the side just for fun. And it has been fun at times. It's been pretty challenging quite a few times. But it's also been frustrating in the sense that the AI just won't fight. They avoid fights almost unanimously. Like, they just do not want to fight. And that really irritates me in a game that's called Total War. And that the whole appeal of the game is the big three-dimensional battles. Especially in like one like Warhammer, where you have all these big, beautiful set piece units in the battle that look really good. They have all the awesome animations and stuff like that. So, anyway, Yeah, that's my thoughts on the AI right now. I need to. I said I was gonna try some mods in this campaign, and I haven't done it yet. I need to do that. People have made some mods
My madness
that
is
supposedly
not
make the AI's aggression a little different.
Now.
I need to try that. I had good luck with mods that people made for the AI that made their that made them pick better armies. So maybe someone really has come up with a good mod in terms of helping them behave a little more aggressively. Do I have to come like over here and search? Or just anywhere in this floating pyramid? I mean, can I search anywhere? Can you all tell me this? Can I search anywhere within floating pyramid? Or do I have to be like over here where the marker's at? Like, do we just be anywhere in this? You gotta search near the pyramid? Like here? Or near this thing here? Within 3 squares of it.
Onwards!
So I gotta go like around here? Okay. Alright, let me move around over there. I haven't used the treasure hunt thing in the past, and so I'm not familiar with it. I'd love to get in a fight. Like right now, I really want to get in a fight with Gorok, and I mean, tempted to just go after him. We do have lightning strike, so we could lightning strike him. If he doesn't move, like I may move in here. Thing is if I lightning strike, now has smaller armies outside the settlement. He'll come at me the next turn with a really big army, so we'll try to use that lightning strike to get the right opportunity. See if we can finish him. Depth guard with guns mod? Ooh, man, that would be sweet, Bedlams. Thanks for the 2, and appreciate the other 2 as well. Sorry I wasn't on the same page as you with Kenobi. Like I said, don't take it personally. Just my opinion. You don't have to listen to me. Oh my gosh. Enemy failed to spot your ambush. And now we're gonna make him pay. I was asking for a battle, and a battle we got. Yeah, Depth Guard with guns mod would be pretty cool. I'll have to go look at that. Like some kind of unit that's... Like, you have the Depth Guard with dual weapons, and they're a really cool unit that's really good against infantry and melee, and then you have the pole arms who are good against large. It'd be neat to make like a hybrid unit that's kind of like the halfway point, right? They're not near as good as either one of those 2 in melee, but they have, you know, you can even make it a fairly short range pistol, but maybe with high power output. That would be a cool unit. Kind of like an elite free company militia of sorts. I think that would be an interesting one. Bedlam says it's Star Wars. I don't take any of it personally, but I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, appreciate the support. Depth Knights. Ooh, like a riding version? They ride on like skeletal steeds? That'd be kind of neat. Doing good. Thanks for joining the stream. I do not know how to pronounce your name, I must say. I don't even know what language that is, but thank you for joining. Sorry, I don't know how to speak it or recognize it properly, but again, don't take that as an insult because that's just me. This looks like a pretty good place to deploy my guns here from the woods. Oh, they got all these Bastillodons down here. Actually, I'm going to deploy my guns kind of up here opposite of those Bastillodons. And as they move towards me, I'll try and unload on them. Why does the AI get to start like nearly in their escape point? That's very odd. Well, I'm going to try not to let them escape, but they basically get to start in their escape zone. And the AI does like to just run to the escape zone. So I might go ahead and just position back here. My troops don't rout. Should be fine. I'll put Luthor up here. I wish I had more units to kind of body block for my ethereals, but we'll make it work. Put my hand cannons back over here somewhere too. Protocol, thanks for another 10. He says, I'd love to see RPG Let's Pray from you. whatever the game might be, I feel like your commentary, how you immerse yourself in the games, lends to format it perfectly. I know it's not the most popular, but I'll tell you what would be a fun one, and probably the closest thing I'm going to play to an RPG, because I don't know of one that's upcoming that I have particular interest in, but I mean, if some of you all would watch it or enjoy it, you know, like I could stream like the new Zelda game next year and play it, because I do have a ton of fun with those, or, you know, I could do some... What even is a good RPG game that's out there right now? My favorite ones that I got into were, like the Star Wars ones, Knights of the Old Republic. Man, I love Knights of the Old Republic. That was such a good time. Is that the type of game you're thinking, Protocol? Something like that? Skyrim is a good one. Never played Skyrim. I haven't had the interest, but you know, maybe it's really good. I've heard a lot of people say they like it, obviously. Alright, we're gonna blast these pterodons into an oblivion. They are about to get annihilated. Bird hunt!
Seas of slaughter!
Blessed Distillodon with solar engine. Shoot him, boys!
Sea prey.
No, shoot that one, please.
Hit them!
Alright, all the Bastilles are coming right at us. Alright, let's bring some units in to kind of help body block here. We've got the Zuffbar and the Grape Shot. Let's throw down some Grape Shot here. See, that's not great, but it wasn't terrible. Throw down the Zuffbar here. I thought those were like solely a dwarf weapon, but apparently not. Ooh, they just dropped a freaking comet on me. I feel like we're getting crapped on here, to be honest. Look at the AI trying to run away. Can't shoot that solar engine, really, unfortunately.
Very well.
Buff some of these units. Pull my gunnery mob out of there. My guns are having a hard time picking out targets, even though I would have thought the Distillodons would stick out like a sore thumb. Let's pick this closer Distillodon and see if maybe it's not blocked. Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting a lot of damage into one. We've got to really get some damage going. I don't have any magic in this army, which is honestly a bit of a problem. Shoot this out here? No, I don't even know where my gunnery white's at right now. Okay, he's right here. Let's take him out of that fight, see if we can get around and get some work done. I really didn't want to end up in this kind of fight with blizzards, so this is not where I wanted to be in life right now. We got Gorok over here too, who's got magic attacks. Pretty well cutting a bloody swath right through me. Bombers are gonna end up buying the farm over here. That's not what I wanted. Shoot some missiles over here. This is definitely not where I wanted to be right now. Alright, well I got rid of another Distillodon here. Or almost got rid of it. I'll do some work on that one. I feel like this is going to be a good spot for the Zuffbar 42-pounders. Throw some Grape Shot through here as well. Try and wear down some of this. Just start shooting into here. We got rid of some of these skink skirmishers. Let's start dropping some mortars in that blob. I mean, fortunately for me, we're holding out pretty solid at the moment. The Distillodons keep charging through and getting to me. They're not causing a ton of damage to my gunners, fortunately. The mortars just hit the trees with one of their shots, so we landed a hit there. Let's move over here out of the way. I think they're trying to drop a comet on me. Move, move, run, you slow zombies. Yeah, Yeah, we just made it. Just made it.
Gunnery wide.
Move our gunnery wide over here. I'm going to try and bring my hand cannons up and hit this unit from the flank. We're hanging. It's not a pretty fight right now, but we're hanging. I need to get those units off and maybe get Gorok with the pole arms instead of the Banshees. Sirens. Actually, I'm going to try and shoot Gorok. I'm going to move my units, like, kind of pull them past him in melee. Try and pull out and see if we can get some shots right into Gorok's back. We're starting to wear through them. My hand cannons must be... Oh, yeah, they're tearing a nice swath over here. Yeah, look at that. Getting some excellent rear shots. Some close-range destruction. Boy, they are racking up some kills. That made a huge difference. Gorok is now exposed. He's getting shot to bits. And that's good, because this lizard is way too tough for us to be taking in melee. So this turned into a lot more of a grind than I would have wanted. I honestly don't like these escape zones. When I first saw it, I was okay with the idea of it, but the more I play it and the way the AI uses it, where they always just go for the escape zone, and then you have to position on the escape zone, and then rather than an ambush battle being an ambush, it just turns into a slog. I'm not a big fan. Anyway, hey, Barbarians, sorry I didn't get to your comment a second ago. Thank you for the 10. He says, go my Alzheimer's squad. Prove how unimportant you are to Captain Harkon. Hey, Captain Harkon loves all of his units. He just may get some of them killed sometimes, okay? He loves us all, but that doesn't mean he doesn't order us to our death out of love, all right? Thank you, Barbarians. Appreciate the 10. Air the Streamlab has gone crazy. What's it doing? Deleting messages? Hang on, Google Translate. What's going on with Google Translate? I can't fix it now. Yeah, either Google or Streamlabs deleted your messages. Sorry. I don't know why they're doing that. It gets a little overzealous sometimes. I'm not even 100% certain why. Thank you, Barbarians. You're amazing. Let's check on your Alzheimer's squad. Where's it at? Is this them? No, it's not them. So I did not kill the Alzheimer's squad, amazingly. Hopefully we still got him in here. Protocol says Ocarina of Time is coming to Virtual Console next year. Breath of the Wild sequel would be great. PlayStation has some great SP games like Elden Ring, Infinite Co-op. Now, Halo Infinite Co-op I have not gotten to play yet. I was waiting on them to actually get it out, and it could actually be fun. Maybe a redeeming quality of it, in fact. Thank you for the 10, Protocol. You've been absolutely insane tonight. I didn't know that Ocarina of Time coming to Virtual Console, so they already have Ocarina of Time on the N64 like app on the Switch, and I have it. My only problem is this, is like, they made like a really nice HD remastered version of Ocarina of Time that was on the Nintendo 3DS, I think. Either that or it was on the Wii U, I don't remember which one it was on, but they had it on one of them. And the frustrating thing is that version that's on the Switch right now in the Nintendo 64 shop is the original version. And that's fine, I'd be fine playing the original version, especially just for like memory's sake. However, it's weird because like they didn't even update the controls to work properly with not having an N64 controller, and so like the controls are all weird. And I'm not a fan. Like it just like they didn't even update that, so that was really frustrating to me. Like it's like a straight port, and maybe that was the intention on those console things like that where they do that app, but it was a little disappointing because I was hoping to have at least a couple of modern niceties with the game there. But I am excited. I do like that game. That one was a classic for me. I played that one back when I was in high school and I'd first gotten my Nintendo 64. It was very exciting. It was a lot of fun to play, and I still love that game to this day. And I guess that's why I'd hoped that maybe they had fixed a couple of the more quirky things about it, because the N64, like looking back on it, is like this awesome nostalgia console, and I love it because I played it so much, like I said, when I was in high school. But then you go back and you actually play it, and like, ooh, like the controls are pretty bad on a lot of games, like really bad. And some of the games just look so bad that it's like hard to tell what's going on. It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. I just at the time, it was pretty amazing, right? Because I mean, you had Super Nintendo and Sega, and both of those were looking pretty good. But I mean, the N64 was a major leap forward. PlayStation was around, I believe. Like, so you had a lot of cool stuff out. But yeah, so I mean, it was exciting to see that kind of stuff. But yeah, I wish that they would make it like a few updates, like some quality of life updates, I guess is what I'm getting at. Be great. But yeah, Ocarina of Time was definitely a classic. It's one of my favorite games. I've seen a lot of people playing Elden Ring. I've never played it. I'm real picky, honestly, about the games that I play, and that's my fault, right? It's not necessarily that, you know, people aren't necessarily making good games. I'm very picky about what I play. The beginning of the end for Sega, yeah. Sega may not have stayed in there in the consoles, but I mean, they did have a good console. I mean, the Genesis was really quite a good console. And the Dreamcast, honestly, was probably just ahead of its time, right? I think that's what killed it. It was too forward thinking. It got ahead of itself. The idea of having like an internet connection and like, you know, other cool stuff. I think it just got too far ahead of itself. Probably, I don't know, maybe it was really expensive and just didn't have the games library to match it either, but yeah. Sega just turned into the publisher rather than the console maker they used to be. You know, times change.
On my word!
Gotta adjust. Oh, we got our Death Streak Terrorgeist now. Excellent. Excellent.
Smell their fear.
Smell their fear. I'm gonna take my Morngul and kind of work into the woods and behind these guys while he heals off some of his hit points, and let's
Gunnery white.
throw all these units in a group. I'm gonna just kind of keep this unit back here, and we'll try and work our way to the flank. That seems like a really good flanking unit. Alright, let's move up here.
By all means!
We're not really in range with our mortars, so let's reposition.
Quickly, now!
Morgul Haunter should be healing, right? I thought this unit healed, or does he have to be in melee? Unger, yeah, it has to be in melee. That's unfortunate. Have you ever played any of the God of War games? I have not, because I've never owned a PlayStation. I don't know if they're on the computer, but I was thinking that one was one of the more PlayStation exclusives, though I heard maybe it is coming to PC. I don't know if it's something I'd be interested in or not. It might be. But I've never played it. I've never owned PlayStation. From a console standpoint, Nintendo to me always had like the best titles. Albeit, you know, their games are sometimes, you know, maybe a little more like child-centric in a way, but it doesn't mean they're not good either. But Nintendo's always been like the best in terms of like producing quality games. However, even though the quality of the game they produce may not always be quite as amazing, obviously Xbox and PlayStation made some really amazing titles that looked really good and got way ahead of what Nintendo was making in terms of looks and other stuff like that. And then some of them had really fun gameplay as well, obviously. But yeah, the Switch has probably been my favorite console ever. Like, I really like the Switch. So much fun. Metroid Dread was probably game of the year for me this last year. I mean, easy.
Ready to murder!
It was absolutely fantastic. That's one of the things, like when Nintendo does do a game and they do it right, like Metroid Dread, I mean, it is just beautiful because they've done it so well. Like, that game was just so well designed, and it rewards you for building skill, and like if you get really good at the controls, you can, you know, kind of get ahead and, you know, get into secrets, and just like, I mean, it's incredible the way that game rewards you for skill. I'm a huge fan of it. the designers on Metroid Dread did an absolutely spectacular job. Like, it is just really well-designed game. And it's fun, too, because it's an old-school, technically 2D platformer. Obviously, it has some 3D elements to the graphics, and it looks very good for the type of genre it is, obviously. But, I mean, it just goes to show you that even in today's day and age, you can take something like a 2D platformer, which, for all intents and purposes, has mostly been dead, right? Has been a dead genre, and totally bring it back to life and have it be a whole lot of fun. And so, to me, it's been really exciting to play. Pretty interesting to see how you can, like I said, take such an old genre like that and still make it be very relevant in today's environment. Get in here against Gorok. I'm honestly just going to turn the bombers off. They don't really have the appropriate targets. Maybe down here is a good spot for our bombers. I'm going to swing around here with the rest of our Sirens. Let's bring our pole arms to bear. We're going to be able to just outweigh these guys by sheer numbers. And we probably want to redirect our mortar out here. Let's bring our deck droppers back up. Move these units up. Yeah, okay, our bombers just ripped that Blessed Chameleon Skink. Bombers are very, very good against low armor units. Very good. I do like the changes they did to the ethereal units. It was a little bit weird at first, but I'm getting used to it, and I actually really like it. They've got a little more staying power, the ethereal units, and I feel like it's good for them. It's nice. They're not quite as tanky as like a mainline unit, but they're a little more capable of holding as a mainline unit. They don't have to be used just solely for flanking. I personally kind of enjoy that. I don't know what you all think of it, but should we grape shot these Saurus right here just for fun? Gotcha, you filthy dinos. We need to take that Distillodon out of commission. Alright, our army is certainly a lot tankier, a lot more capable. We've got a lot of handguns, so we can certainly dish damage from range if people don't pull away from us. Protocol, thanks for another 5. Holy cow, he says I had to do a small donation to shout out Fire Emblem 3 Houses. May not be your cup of tea, but an incredible game. 10 out of 10 in my book. I'll take a look at it. Thank you, Protocol. Appreciate it. I'm always looking for fun stuff to play with my boys. They love games. They're learning how to play games themselves now too, and it's fun because I'll be teaching them, you know, like how to play games. So like tonight, I was teaching them how to do some stuff on Breath of the Wild, and of course they play Minecraft. They love Minecraft, the 2 of them. So they're always in there playing them some Minecraft. Yeah, they really have a time on Minecraft. Holy cow, Gorok is so strong. He keeps rampaging us too. We're doing this the wrong way. Like I'm doing this the stupid way. Everybody leave Gorok alone so I can shoot him. He's too slow to really get away from us anyway. Alright, so let's get over here. We're gonna all pull away from Gorok. Leave him alone, Luthor. Leave him alone. He wants to be Mr. Invincible. Let's let him do it. There we go. We're gonna free him up out of that blob, and we're gonna feed him some bullets. That is definitely the best. I mean, he's pretty missile resistant too. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like this is the best way to deal with him. Is just pull him out of the blob and shoot him. There we go. That's some pretty serious hurt in it. I want to kill him. Like I'd rather him not be alive at the end of this battle. I'm gonna let my guns get some good shots on him. They're too slow to keep up with him, unfortunately. It's not gonna do much, but I'll Terrorgeist Breath him. And then I'm gonna Hornswoggle. Is that Hornswoggle? No, Power Siphon. Yeah, thank you so much, Protocol. Appreciate it. Steven says, Air gonna get some lizard booty. Legamus, thanks for being a member for 14 months. Appreciate you being here and always participating in the streams. He says, SNES and Genesis was the golden age of gaming for me. They had great gameplay or stories. Love to keep coming back to even after I beat them. Yeah, I can think of some pretty awesome games back in there. Like, Sonic was super fun on the Genesis. The Jurassic Park game on the Genesis was a little bit crazy, but it was fun. I really enjoyed Super Mario World was awesome. Trying to think, F-Zero was a really fun one for me on the SNES. Star Fox was kind of an original, did its thing. Super Metroid was a fantastic game. Link to the Past. I mean, they had some pretty awesome titles.
I'm going in!
I'm not as familiar with all of the Sega titles. Yeah, Jurassic Park was hard. You're correct. Like, if you didn't know what you were doing, like, I've watched people play it. I love doing that, actually. Like, sometimes I'll get on YouTube and I'll go watch people, like, beating old classic games like that. And it's really fun, like, after all these years, like, games that I could never do, like, watching these people who make it look easy, and then you realize, like, dang, you know, okay, there's a little bit of a... There was a method, and some skill, obviously, but there was a method and some skill you could put together, and you could actually, you know, beat these things, but back then it seemed utterly impossible. Yeah, they were hard. Maddie says, hey, I wanted to check in with this campaign despite it being 4 a.m. where I'm at. So with that, good night all. Well, thanks for jumping in, Maddie. Hope you get to watch it tomorrow. Obviously, all these will be available on the channel. I'll put them all up into a playlist as well, so that everybody can check it out afterwards. Appreciate those of you who are here putting up with my rambling. Hopefully enjoying it while we are doing our pirate treasure hunting. Right now, we're hunting some lizard booty. Some white lizard booty. Luthor's got his pistol out. He just ran out of ammo. Got some good shots there. Oh, wait. Let's breath attack him first. Woo. Eat it, Gorok. Take away even more vigor from him. There we go. We got him. All right, so Gorok won't be back. He is way too tough. Live kill list. Ooh, got a kill list coming from Scribe. Senshi, thanks for being here tonight. It's good to see you. Hello, Darkness, my old friend. Dobes, thanks for being here. Stefano, good to see you. Thanks for being here tonight. Marcus, thanks for being here. Tekken? I've never played Tekken. Never played it. What was the original system that it was on? Vampire Coast Separatists have lost 4,304 according to our official kill scribe here. Itza has lost 3,718. They're about to lose more.
Luthor Harkon.
Let's heal up and then we'll hit their settlement here.
King of the Vampire Coast.
And now our army costs significantly less, so that will help us to get a second army that can kind of protect our home country here, right? Let's get more hit points for Luthor. Hit points are always good. I didn't know exactly what kind of units we'd be using, so I haven't put anything into the red skill tree yet. We're definitely going to want to buff Depth Guard. We don't have them yet, but we would think Reanimated Marksman would be good because that adds quite a bit of ammo and strength for the gunnery mob with handguns, which I think are going to have a place even late into the game. I think they would. So let's go ahead and do some of those upgrades. Take a look at Kill Scribe here.
Amongst vampires.
And we destroyed the Vampire Coast Mutineers with 3,367 kills. Thanks, Scribe, for the live kill feed there, folks. Doesn't get much better than that. Doesn't get much better than that. Alright, it's too hard to hit. We got all of the hit points. I love getting the extra hit points in these characters. Hit points, melee defense,
Smell.
and then I really like weapon damage. What kind of upgrades do you like going for the best with these type of units? Do you do it different than I do it? Am I doing it really badly and I just don't know it because I'm sitting here in my own world? I fear the answer to that could very well be yes. Okay, are we moving around?
Fleet
Yeah,
Captain.
let's come over here. We'll get closer to the little pyramid thing and search for the treasure, and then we'll head towards... I want to go do a Pirate Cove at Ulth 1. Got our Pirate Cove here, so that's helping us make a little more money, so that's handy. Okay, good, good. Let's see, Exlodal. Probably need our defenses here first. Let's end this turn. Yeah, having Gorok shut down for a while is going to help. Yeah, exactly, Legamus. Gorok is way too tough to be having to fight him very often. I mean, he is very difficult to take down. Huge melee defense, big awesome shield. Like, I mean, he's tough. Does armor-piercing damage. He gets a hold of ward saves and stuff, and he gets even harder. Anybody else here on the stream, like, looking forward to playing Homeworld 3? I'm gonna do a campaign on it, but I thought it might be fun for us to do some multiplayer battles on it, you know, eventually on, like, a stream when the game releases.
Luthor Harkon.
It's got really cool 3D battles. It says we're gonna lose. I disagree wholeheartedly. I'm just going to start building towers and besiege them, and there's not much they can do about it. And I'm gonna take their gold because Luthor loves gold. Hey, is this appropriate? Is this appropriate for a pirate campaign? We're about to get some gold.
The onslaught.
At least I'm doing something right here. We're about to get some gold in our pirate campaign, and hopefully I'm gonna dig up a treasure here.
Indeed.
All right, here we go. It's a treasure hunt.
In out the cattle.
Only a miserly horde, so find the hidden treasure by solving the treasure map's riddle using dig for treasure. Not all wonders are created by the gods themselves. Some are mortal creations wherein lies what you seek. Only a miserly horde of treasure will be received. Well, that's a waste of time. But oh well, we got 1,000 gold. And we likes treasure. So those two are over on the other continent. Full of Eatsel. That's not far from us. Pierce the green mist. Behold what arises from the canopy, and an ancient one shall greet you with a ruby eye. Alright, pierce the green mist. One, like, do I just go down here and search? Like, I mean, it shows the little thing here, so... Assuming we just go right down here and search. Y'all can tell me if you know different. Vampire Fleet Captain for heals would be great. It would, Senshi. We probably need... it would make us kind of hero-heavy, but I don't know if that's a bad thing in the Coast Army to be a little bit hero-heavy. I mean, heroes are pretty tough units for the Coast. The Auto-Resolve probably likes the power of single entity units too. So yeah, we might try that, Senshi. Go ahead and put a fleet captain in there with some heals. I've got this one going to do the pirate coves, but we could try and get another one. Is the lake an eye? I don't know, Senshi. That's a good thought. I'll go check it out.
But I am still a master at inflicting.
Everybody's just declaring war on me. I mean, I should expect this. I mean, we're vampire pirates. Who likes us? I mean, I don't even think the other vampire pirate factions like us. In fact, I'm almost certain they don't. So, no one's gonna like us. I need to just get used to that idea. What campaigns are you all playing in Warhammer 3 right now? Search for treasure with armies. It can give you battles and better rewards. Ooh, okay. I didn't know there was a difference in searching with the army and searching with the little character here.
Journeying.
It's like the little lake thing here.
Our infamy grows. Time to go.
Well, it wasn't there, obviously.
Quivering in their
We could try out here, said by the eye, right? Well Springs of Eternity. There's like a little thing going on over here too, the old one. Like this little fountain thing, but I don't even know if that's the same province. See what people are saying here. X marks the spot. I wish. They're not making it exactly easy. Stefano says, I'm holding off till the new update since Skaven might have an in-game. Yes, yes. Ooh, that would be cool. They don't have a Skaven in-game? I mean, a Vermintide seems like an obvious in-game scenario if they don't have it already. Mean Dean says, Grimgore campaign started earlier today. That ought to be a fun one. Warner says, I'm playing as the Romans. House of Junia. Look at that. Warner going old school. And Steve J says, just rebought Medieval 2 and started playing on my MacBook. Awesome. Hey, Rome 2 and Medieval 2 are both fun games. You're definitely going to be having a good time with those. They're oldies, but they're goodies.
Death is at the door.
And especially if you're playing these games on like a laptop, kind of on the move or something, those old games are nice because they run a lot easier. So, it's not Sid Meier's Pirate maps for sure. I remember playing Sid Meier's Pirate on the Xbox. Did you all like the Sid Meier's Pirates game? Having to go to like dance with the ladies at the party.
One part of me wants to hear you speak.
Oh, Warner, how dare you?
Another
Since he's
wants
already
to
disposed
kill
of
you.
Carthage and all the vassals, now dealing with the Numidians. Warner. If you went to Carthage, did you at least salt it heavily? Like, real heavily? Why did these guys declare war on me? Like, look at all these other factions over here. You gotta declare war on me? Come on! Then, of course, they immediately siege my settlement. And, of course, it's going to give them a victory. Because they have Cygors. This is freaking fantastic. I hate your guts, you beastmen scum. Alright, well, we're gonna have to raise up another army. And I'm gonna have to put this down. So, let's see. Vampires, Deep, Death, Empire, Fleet Admiral. So we have Fleet Admiral here and here. So what's the difference? Is it the weapon? Is like one of them a polearm? Yeah, that's polearm, and this one's pistol. Okay. So sword and pistol versus polearm. I like the polearm one because it's like mini Noctilus. Lure of the Deeps is pretty cool. Murder. Gain loyalty from defeating an enemy army and wounding or killing enemy lords. Extra loyalty gained following a battle. Leadership -3. I actually really hate the leadership system. I wish they would just take this out. Like, I feel like it doesn't add anything. It just makes it annoying to keep track of your troops. I'm not a fan of this, personally.
Admiral.
So then you just have to like be really careful about what you choose and how and when you choose. Like I said, I'm not a fan. I think it's just an irritant made to annoy the player. It doesn't really add a whole lot of value. Alright, it's gonna eat up some of my money, but I'm gonna take this army up here to reinforce Tlax, and hopefully it'll give us what we need
Get on!
to help them. See if we can get there in time, because I can't lay off the siege down here. Still saying we're going to take high casualties. How did Gorok get shields? Is he making deals with Tzeentch here? Are you all seeing this? Is this a new Lizardman ability, or is he just, like, straight up making deals with Tzeentch?
Tread in, you dregs.
Stefano says, I'm sure there's a mod to take it out. There probably is, and honestly, I should probably remove it because it's just irritating. Like, I don't know. If you find fun in it, that's great, but for me, it feels like kind of a waste. Adds a character, Trusty Montfort, to your faction's Lord pool. What? Gotta have this amount of infamy. Okay, we probably don't have the infamy to do these. Or yeah, we do. Notorious Admiral. Dread Admiral. That would be fun to get one of these characters into our other army. Let's do that, and then we'll be immune to the Storm and Reef attrition too, which would be great for when we're traveling at sea. So yeah, let's roll that way. It's a new Gorok passive, huh? Huh. Gorok has a new right that allows a barrier. That's right, it was in the changes for the lizards. I would have never remembered that. Thank you all for reminding me. Dang, I mean, boy, that really adds to Gorok's ability to be defensive. Gotta keep entering wars on behalf of an ally that I'm not gonna help. Hey, Luthor Harkon may be crazy, but he's trustworthy. You know what? Itza gets barriers. That's wacky. Lizardmen with barriers. Woo! No wonder the auto-resolve doesn't like my chances.
The galleon awaits.
Let's go see if we can scare these stupid beastmen out. I don't want to lose my settlement. I've spent too much time and money building these up to have these idiots tear it down now. Still saying that I'm going to get ripped apart, so... I mean, if you're so strong and you're going to beat me, like, come on. Come out here and fight me and prove it. And what Yoda said, if so strong you are, why run?
Pistols ready.
I don't know where we're supposed to keep searching. You all know where I should be digging for this?
Land. They'll feel my lash.
Cannot currently dig for treasure. Okay, I don't really know why, but... I'll go ahead and spend a little cash here. Upgrade that. Let's roll that upgrade, and we're gonna be here for a couple turns. Lemon Pledge says if he's allowed to expand and grow, he's like legendary difficulty. Warhammer 2 Order Tide, very annoying, refuses to die. Who are they talking about here? Gorok get the barrier. New Gorok passive. Yeah, I mean he's tough. Like Gorok's gonna be very tough. Speaking from experience as Skaven, yes. Fighting the lizards early as Skaven is actually really quite difficult.
Worry not.
Lizards have, like, I
An
mean,
empty
Saurus
vessel
just
still has a
eat
purpose.
early game Skaven. It is a terrible unit to take on. You have to hurry and get to, like, some Globadiers or some Mortars. And, I mean, you will start ripping through them with that type of stuff. But, yeah, early game Skaven, they are not going to like going head-to-head with Saurus. Scribe saying near the city. I thought I searched right near the city. I mean, it actually shows the little thing, like, kind of like right here out in front of the city. There's like a little torch there. Maybe that's... Or there are torches all along the road. Yeah, there's like torches all along the road.
Get going, scum. Drown them.
There we go. A great hoard of treasure may be received. Yay! Sweet, we got 5,000 treasure. Other Trickster Shard, which is not very good. We picked up some Infamy, I'll take it. Alright. We need to head to Lothern and set up a Pirate Cove. Let's see here. Establish Pirate Cove. Let's do that, and then we'll do Specialist. Awesome. Alright. Thanks, Scribe. I guess I'll just try and go to where the little floating marker's at. That ought to be the way it works, right? I mean, how long do I gotta siege these guys before it's gonna give me a decent auto-resolve? I really don't want to fight them. Gorok's back, of course. We siege the settlement, and he gets to still be replaced back into his army. Well, no wonder it's hating us in the auto-resolve, because the Great White Lizard is there.
Admiral of the fleet.
Okay, let's take our army and relieve the siege of Tlax here. It says we're going to win with medium casualties. I'll take it. It's not that big a deal. Whoa, we're just going to lose our bloats. That's okay. I don't really want to pay the upkeep on them anyway. That works. I'll take the cash because I'm not really worried about replenishing quickly. And we destroyed their faction, so good riddance. We picked up a gambler's armor as well there. Is this protocol? I think this is going to have... Well, I'll name this one Protocol, but if we get one of those Renowned Admirals and I replace it, we'll just name that Protocol as well. So this is Protocol Pirate. Alright, we got you in here, Protocol. I even named the Cove after you, too.
An admiral to be admired.
Right, we'll definitely want the hunger. And... I'm going to start immediately working on this bottom jot here, because we can get better replenishment. And start reducing upkeep and all that kind of stuff. Okay. We can upgrade Protocol's Cove here with the money that we earn from that, so that's perfect. Let's do it. And our turn here again. Kill Scribe is letting us know that the Blooded Axe Tribe now made it into the top 5 because of the 1,397 of them who just fell in that battle. Thank you, Scribe. Keeping us up to date with the kills. Woo, turn. That's right, Trantor. How are you tonight, Trantor? Thanks for being a channel member. You and Senshi and Legamus, all the others, thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, can I just auto-resolve this now? Like, you really gonna make me fight this? Lose all my troops? I gotta lose a polearm, huh? Well, I can probably re-recruit a polearm, right? We'll probably survive that. So let's auto-resolve. Okay. We're gonna take Itza. Itza pizza. Thank goodness they didn't have Croak. I'm gonna tear down these buildings here. Rebuild what I would rather build, and then let's take a look at the recruiting. So from Harkon, I think I'm gonna get rid of these bombers and bring in a couple of polearms to like mix in with the sirens. Like I feel like the polearms are gonna be a nice mix in. Except I can't recruit them, so that's perfect. I guess I haven't built the right buildings for polearms yet. Oh, come on, Air. Disband your units before you realize what you can recruit. That's such a me thing. Steve, thanks for encouraging people to leave the like and subscribe. Appreciate it, man. You're always a big supporter. Is it Dobes? Dobes? Tell me how to say it right. Thank you for being a new channel member. I apologize that I don't really know exactly how to pronounce the way you've got it there, but I want to get it right. Thanks for being a channel member. Enjoy you some of the emojis there. Being part of the crew here. Part of the ship, part of the crew. To steal some lines from Disney, for which I'm sure I'll now be sued. Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate you supporting the channel and being here tonight. Tell me how long you've been watching the channel. Would love to know.
Yes.
What kind of videos you like, that kind of stuff.
I thirst.
If you don't mind sharing. I can't make you share, and won't make you share, obviously, but... Queen Bess unit? Ooh. Folks, I feel like we need a Queen Bess. Am I the only one who feels like we need Queen? I feel like we need a Queen Bess. We need a Queen Bess. Everybody seems to agree. I'm surprised. I'm shocked you all agree that we need a giant, ridiculous cannon. But I'm immediately inclined to agree with you, okay? Alright, there's no more treasures to search out on this continent at the moment. Let us make our way towards Ulthuan. Or maybe we should bring this character. Let's bring this character down to join Protocol's army. Yeah, let's bring that character down to join Protocol's army.
My ocean.
And then we'll get a second army put together. Seeker. Good corruption. What do we want to do with this guy? So we got hard to hit. We can get more weapon strength over here. And then we've also got master strike here, so we can get insane weapon strength. Really nice. And even more melee defense as well. Wow, this guy's gonna be a melee hoss. I like it.
My mind's
I like it a lot.
of mutiny.
Always ready. Hey, always ready? Ain't gotta get ready.
I'm getting twitchy.
Undead raiders.
Alright, let's see here. Axolotl. Let's save our money so we can more easily build some stuff that we need there. End our turn. Siege RUs. Let's see. Dobes. Okay, sorry. Thank you, Dobes. Thanks for supporting the channel. This has been watching all the way back since the early Rome 2 days. Man, those were some days. Those were some days. Remember when it first released? It was such a mess, Dobes. And then they had, like, whenever you get the Civil War, it would, like, teleport in 20 armies of elite troops that you had to fight. Like, it was a mess early on in Rome 2. But, man, it was fun. It was exciting. Like, everybody was so excited for Rome 2. Everybody was really disappointed with the release of Rome 2, unfortunately. Is what it is. But, man, it was exciting. It was good times.
Crazy.
A lot of action going on the channel. We were doing a ton of like multiplayer battles and other stuff like that. It was tons of fun. Nobase, thanks so much for supporting the channel. He says probably didn't miss a single video back then. Good old spaghetti lines. Yeah, pastati. I think was what our good friend Maximus Decimus Meridius would call the hastati. He'd call him pastati. For the spaghetti lines. Oh man, those were good times. Good times. Good time to be alive. Back before I was so old and tired. Here I am, just yelling at kids to get off my lawn. You know, that kind of stuff. I miss flying triremes, that's right, Trudge. Yes. There were so many weird bugs. Do you all remember like the horrified face too? Like the troops would have like the screwed up horrified face from like a graphics glitch. Like, oh boy. There was some messes. CA had to clean up a few messes. But hey, it got done. And to their credit, which they don't do it anymore apparently, because like they dropped 3 Kingdoms like a redheaded stepchild that needed a bath, and they dumped that one, and then Troy kind of got dumped pretty easy. But I mean, dude, they stuck with Rome 2 forever, and then they even turned back around after like a year or 2 of not touching it and brought some additional DLC.
Rotten eyes.
I mean, honestly, if they went and made some more Rome 2 DLC right now, people would probably still buy it. Like, it'd probably still give them some decent sales. Honestly, like, I understand they want to move like their content teams on from these other games, which is probably why they don't want to keep producing for it, but I'm guessing they could probably sell more content for a lot of these old games. They really wanted to, but probably take a lot of effort to produce and stuff, and so they probably don't want to mess with it. Okay, did we finish? Yeah, we finished that. I should be able to get some...
Seaborn death.
Should be able to get some pole arms now, and that is definitely what we need a few of. We need some pole arms. So we can fit 3 of them in here. They will mix very nicely with the sirens. Like if we combine the sirens with the pole arms, it'll be a real difficult tar pit for enemies to get through, and then also with the Prometheans. So I feel like that'll give us a really capable tar pit. And then we want to replace the mortar with the Queen Bess. Boom! There we go. We got old Bessie. That's some good stuff. Good stuff. If they release a full map editor for Rome Remastered, they can do the same for Rome Re 2. It'd be nice. Have they released a full map editor for Rome Remastered? Because if they did, you'll probably see all the people like going back to all those old mods, like, you know, like the ones that would remake the whole map, like Lord of the Rings and stuff, make it into Middle Earth.
Ahoy!
Just so.
The best test. Nobody says I'm fully into Warhammer franchise now. Historical feels a lot more rock, paper, scissors. Still love them, but they just feel so bland. I'm kind of the same way. Like, I still love them. They got a special place in my heart, and I like playing them sometimes. But man, I feel like fantasy was what Total War needed, and we just didn't know it until they did it. And now it's hard for me to look past how bad Total War needs fantasy in order to just make a broader, better game. Now that said, I think if the historical folks can kind of get off of the high horse of everything needing to be like a history simulator, which is kind of hard for some, not so hard for others, but if they could get off the idea of the game being a history simulator, I feel like you could do that with historical games, right? And good examples, I say good example, maybe it's not a good example, I don't know, but I feel like examples of this would be such as, like, Age of Empires. Age of Empires is loosely historical based, right? And has some history mixed into it, but it's very, it's got, like, overemphasized differences between the cultures that make them fairly asymmetric, rather than just being very copy-paste with all the units. kind of like Total War can get sometimes in the historical games. So I feel like Age of Empires is a decent example of, for instance, how you could make a game, you know, loosely historical, but still be like different enough from faction to faction to be interesting and to really get people excited to play, right? I feel like that would be a good one. But you all tell me what you think. Starman, thank you so much for the 20. Holy crap. You guys are always way over generous to me on these streams. I'm just glad to be here. Holy cow. Thank you for the 20. It says, had to stop and say hi, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Well, Starman, thanks for stopping in. I hope you're doing well. We all love you here. We're happy to have you here anytime you want to come around. So thank you so much. Definitely appreciate it. Has access to shipbuilding. Ambush defense chance. Starman, we appreciate you. Let's see. Weapon strength for the whole Lord's army. Wow. That is... Burke Black. Isn't he a streamer? Or did he name himself after like a pirate and then they named Burke Black in here? Or did they put the streamer in here? Did he have a fan at Creative Assembly? There's a Starman waiting to donate. He knows he wants thumbs up. Thank you, Starman. Thanks, Senshi. Night, Killscribe. Thanks for joining us. Oh man, yeah, I mean, that is physical resistance for the whole Lord's army. I mean, that is really cool. I'm gonna hire this guy. Alright, let's do that. Use our infamy here. Oh man, Stefano just lost some salt. Casino taketh away, and casino taketh away. It doesn't usually do much giving unless your name is Nikki. You assign fleet offices? Ooh, I don't know, that's a good question. Do they have that? Let me take a look. If they do have it, I'm totally forgetting it. Oh man, it's almost the weekend. I'm so excited. Hopefully football goes better this weekend. Both the teams that I keep an eye on. Oklahoma's my #1 team I like to watch for college football, and of course they blew it to Kansas State, which is their kryptonite for some unknown reason. And then of course Arkansas blows a game that they should have won against A&M. So I was very frustrated with mission with medium reward with a high reward. Well, we want to do a high reward. Anyway, Black Tier Factions Lord Pool. Okay, so we got the Lord Pool. But yeah, so I'm hoping this is a better weekend for football for the teams that I keep an eye on. It's okay, like, I mean, I love it when my team wins all the time, which is great, right? That's always good. But you're a fan for more reasons, right? So you got to stick with them even when they lose some games. And I'm willing to do that. What bothers me the most is whenever your team loses, and it's just like a whole week's worth of every obnoxious sportscaster going on and on and on about how your team is awful and everything's wrong and they screwed everything up and they probably won't even be there next year and that they should just give up now, and now they're just going to lose all their games because they got to play all these other teams. And it's just like, I'm over-exaggerating, obviously, because they do that. They over-exaggerate, and I just can't take it. Like, sportscasters are so obnoxious and so annoying. And it's hard to even tolerate. So I have to sit there on YouTube and like, not interested, not like to all the videos that pop up, you know, talking doom and gloom about your team after they lose. And I'm sure it's the same for everybody, right? It's just like, you almost have to turn off social media for, you know, a month or a week. You know, after your team loses a game, you just got to turn it off and like keep yourself, because it's so irritating. It's like, okay, they lost a game. I get it. Like they lost a game that they were expected to win. We understand that. You know, it is what it is. Those things happen sometimes. It's actually not as surprising as they like to make it sound. So I'm not sure why we're all having a good freak out, but that's the way it happens. That way says, yeah, it can get old, have to pick up and choose who you listen to. Yeah, it's annoying. Like, sportscasters are... It's like a cheese grater on your face.
The sea knows my
I don't know many of them that I can really stand to hear much of. They are very irritating. We got decent garrisons at all these places that we're going to be able to hold. Now get some of these built up into tier 3, which is good. Itza, we can generate a little extra growth with this other settlement. It looks like Ketza is going to be... I think this one's owned by the Skaven, we just can't see it. Pretty sure the Skaven own it, which is fine. We can, you know how we can probably tell? We can pull up the... Corruption? Yeah, they own it. If not, then their reek is just becoming apparent in the nearby settlements. Let's see. Command, local recruitment, bonus versus infantry. That's interesting. It's not a lot, but I mean, every little bit you get out of those. Income from ports grants the quartermaster follower to your faction. Income from raiding. That's cool. Bonus versus large for an assigned unit. Let's do that down here. Got some cool followers we can pick up and put to use. Assign skill
little
points.
honor amongst vampires.
There we go.
I smell a defect.
Tootsie floozy. More piercing missile damage and range. That sounds good. We'll take the extra range and then
Harkon
Harkon.
rolls.
Morngools, deck droppers, rotting Prometheans, Leviathans, so they can gain up to 6% physical and 6 defense, which is pretty good. I mean, that's pretty solid. This one does buff depth guard. It would give him 6 defense and 6 leadership. That's okay. It's... I wish there was attack instead of leadership. Like, leadership... I mean, you need it with an undead army, but at the same time, that's kind of a lame upgrade. Like, it'd just be way more cool if that was attack. But maybe way too OP for, like, +6 attack on zombie pirates because, like, they're so cheap, maybe is why they went down that road. I don't know. 100%. Oh, this is an interesting question here. It's interesting for me. It may not be for some of you, but it's interesting for me. The question from Troicha saying, any thoughts on EVGA and NVIDIA kerfuffle? So, obviously I don't work inside of NVIDIA or EVGA, so I can only guess, like, my best from the outside of that one. But yeah, I mean, that's a pretty big blow up. Like, EVGA, I've owned multiple of their cards. They make good cards, and their name is, like, synonymous with NVIDIA, at least in my mind. That's a big deal for NVIDIA to have a partner risk their company rather than continue to work with them. That says a lot. Like, it says that there is a major blow-up between those two companies. That ain't good. And, like, I've watched what NVIDIA's done the last couple generations, and I've watched what AMD's done the last couple generations. AMD has invested in innovating their architecture. They're moving into, like, a chiplet platform with RDNA 3. They totally changed everything with RDNA 2, and I've watched NVIDIA, and they've kind of just, like, done the lowest common denominator. Like, they finally shrunk their node after Turing and got on a lower node at Samsung, but they didn't want to pay for TSMC, so they went to Samsung, and that made their product be a whole lot less efficient. And then they just jacked it full of power and ampere just to make up the difference for the node not being as good. And then they were selling them to miners really bad and, like, jacking with the supply and the demand. Like, NVIDIA has been... I mean, I don't expect any big corporation to be, quote-unquote, pro-consumer, right? Because they're pro-profit, and that's their first job, and I get it, right? I'm not begrudging them that. It is what it is. But they have been especially bad. And what they're doing with this next generation, we'll have to wait and see what reviews say, but I got a feeling that this next generation, just in terms of...
My mind rages.
Like, just like a game like Warhammer that doesn't have ray tracing, it doesn't have the fancy new DLSS 3.0, like, it doesn't have all that stuff. Like, I got a feeling that NVIDIA's latest graphics cards are not going to improve performance very much. I feel like that they're kind of up against a wall because they haven't gone and done that innovation that AMD is working on. And I think that the way they're trying to find their way out of it is with a lot of shenanigans. Juicing these things up with power, throwing in DLSS 3.0, all this other stuff. Like they're trying to kind of use some shenaniganry to get their way out of it. And I'm guessing also that EVGA got really tired of not knowing what the prices were ahead of time and not knowing whether they're going to make a profit. And it sounds like NVIDIA didn't want to tell them. So I'm guessing that they just got tired of the shenanigans and just wanted off. They are being poopy, which is unfortunate because like I owned NVIDIA graphics cards up until the last 2 years. No, less than 2 years. I've only had an AMD graphics card for less than 2 years. And I would totally be willing to go buy another NVIDIA graphics card. But I mean, if I'm just being honest, like if I were to even buy a graphics card this next generation, which I may or may not, because I have a really good one right now. But if I were to even go buy one, I don't have any interest in NVIDIA's cards. They eat too much power. I mean, 4090 is massive. It's like 4 slots wide, 14 inches long for a lot of these things, $1,600. I mean, that's obscene. Like, that's utterly obscene. And like, I know some people have the money for it. I have the money for it. I could buy it. I have a good job. I make some side money on this YouTube thing where I could justify it saying, hey, I want the best graphics for my videos. Like, so I'm definitely a potential customer for something like the 4090. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. That's ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. You know, that much power, that size of a card, like that I'm going to have like a concrete column inside my case to hold it up. Like, I mean, that is nuts. Absolutely nuts. So I think they're losing their mind, to be honest. So they need to pull things back to the sane, in my opinion. But anyway, there's my thoughts. Chorcha says, I miss the age of $200 mid-range. Yeah, I think a lot of people are missing affordable mid-range graphics cards. Intel is launching one that might be decent. You should see what Intel just announced. I don't know how good their drivers are going to be, but Intel just announced some mid-range graphics cards that may do okay. We'll have to see where they fall. But yeah, I agree. Anyway, there's my thoughts on that. Good question for me. Not everybody else may have been interested in that, but it was of interest to me because I like following the PC gaming kind of tech world. I found that interesting for a long time. I watch a lot of the tech tubers and keep up with PC gaming tech. Kind of a hobby for me. What's with the Intel Warhammer DLC thing? I don't even understand what that was. Well, good question, Dobes. I don't understand it either. And they even announced it to us in the little partner Discord that I'm a part of. They haven't told us a whole lot more, so I don't know what it is. And it's funny because whenever CA tweeted it this morning, that was the very first question that someone had. They're like, what even is this? And I was like, yeah, I don't know. Well, if we think about what Intel has collaborated with Total War in the past, we could maybe make some guesses, right? So they've collaborated with them on, like in Warhammer 2, they did the lab, where you could increase unit size and like literal size, like make things huge, increase ammunition, explosive effects, lower gravity. It could totally be another lab thing. They coordinated with Total War to do the Dynasty mode in Three Kingdoms, you know, which was kind of like the waves of enemy that you fought off with characters in Dynasty mode looking to get a high score, stuff like that. So they did Dynasty mode. So probably something like that would be my guess that Intel's cooperating on. I don't have any information yet that would be of any more use than that. But yeah, that's what I imagine it is. Though I'm not 100% certain. It's probably something like that.
There is little honor.
You all have any guesses on that one? They were teasing it today on YouTube and on Twitter. I don't know if you all got to see it.
Blood kiss of the seas.
One thing I wish that
quantity.
one thing I really wish that Creative Assembly would do is I wish that they would add FSR support for Total War Warhammer. And the reason I say FSR is I know DLSS does roughly the same thing, but DLSS is like a lot more pigeonholed. You have to have like a very recent NVIDIA card in order to run DLSS. FSR is runnable on anybody's card, and it's like a scaling thing that AMD made that's kind of like DLSS, maybe not quite as good, but it's pretty close, and it can be used on any card. I wish they would put that in there so that it would help people be able to run these Total War Warhammer games better with less expensive hardware. Like, I feel like they should be constantly working hard to bring down the level of hardware required to run their games, and I feel like FSR would be a great thing for CA to add to the game. I want to say myself and others have pushed them on this question in the past, but we haven't gotten an answer on it. And so I don't know, but I think that would be fantastic for them to add, because if they added it, like I said, it would benefit basically everybody, whether you had an NVIDIA card or an AMD card. They've done a lot of these collaborations with Intel, which is fine, but honestly, like, I'm running their game on all AMD stuff right now, even though they always say, like, in the beginning, you know, when the game launches, like, it talks about Intel. It runs fine on AMD, so, you know, I don't mind CA doing whatever they want to do with Intel. That doesn't seem to have much of an impact, but I think it would be cool to see them partner and get FSR support into Total War so that people could do the resolution scaling and stuff better and get more frames. Because it does add a lot of frames. AMD has that setting that's called, like, it's not FSR, it's RSR. It's basically like a version of FSR, but it's not quite as good. And when I used it on the game, I got like 50% higher frame rates. And if they would just implement something similar with FSR, you could get way higher frame rates in the game, and it would be really, really helpful. This is such a weird collapsed cavern. So this is like, we make this and it's worse for us, and then you build this and it tones everything up. Interesting. So we have to collapse cavern to ancient vault. Let's try it. Build it up. We gotta go all... Well, actually, I'm gonna wait until we're at tier 5 to build it, because I can't actually get the benefit of it at the moment. Let's put some of these military buildings in here. Something like that. Let's go ahead and just spend some money building this stuff. Okay.
Kill or be killed.
Right, got a character back here. Actually, are there any treasures around here? Some sea treasures. It's not much, but let's go grab it real quick, because that army's not really going anywhere right now anyway. So let's go grab that treasure out at sea. I think we've pretty well got this area secured, at least for the moment. Like, the Skaven are kind of around us. These lizards haven't attacked me. They don't act very interested.
I am the
We got some gold income here. It's not gonna be great, which is unfortunate. Like, the gold building just doesn't do much for the pirates, which is honestly kind of crappy. Shouldn't they get a little more from capturing gold? Like, isn't that kind of anti-thematic for us to capture a gold building? Will Richardson says, any thoughts on the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer? Yeah, I mean, it looked exciting. I like that it looks like it's sticking to kind of the same basic formula that Breath of the Wild did. Obviously, it looked like they had new and different mechanics in it, different places to explore. And honestly, that's all I've needed for a Breath of the Wild sequel. Just give me a new place to explore, throw in a couple of semi-new ways to explore it, you know, like new runes or like a couple of new mechanics, but keep basically the same game. Like, I've heard a lot of people say, oh, they should change this, they should change that. No, Breath of the Wild was pretty dang awesome. I wouldn't change much. I would just add to it a little, right? I think if they just add to it, it'll be awesome. So I'm really excited for it. The trailer didn't show us a lot, but I think it showed us enough to know that it's hopefully going to be a proper sequel. It looked exciting.
My minds agree.
All right, I need to take Luthor out to the coast so that we can get ready to sail. And then we have this other army that we can use to kind of secure our territory. How are we doing on loyalty here, by the way? Is this guy's loyalty tanking? No, it's doing all right. Doing all right. Okay. Oh, we need to bring our new lord into here, don't we?
They could go either way.
Was Burke Black? Really? We can't recruit him into this army? We have to recruit... This is stupid. CA, please.
Sea dog.
So stupid. Gotta disband the whole army so I can recruit the other guy. There we go. Alright. Now we got Burke Black.
Admiral.
We're gonna rename him Protocol, though.
All above board.
No offense to Burke Black. Alright, Protocol the Pirate Lord. Here we go.
Blood and plunder.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Alright, we're gonna replace our armies, kind of play swap here with a couple of them. Let's save some money because I need to do some recruiting. Sirius Black. That's right, Senshi. Sirius Black. Stefano talking about AMD 5000 or 7000. So the AMD 7000 series looks really good, and it made a lot of really good improvements. Intel's upcoming Raptor Lake looks pretty good. I think the downside of Raptor Lake is that there's not going to be any support for those motherboards going forward. AMD will have some support for their new motherboards going forward. However, the AMD platform right now is way overpriced. Their motherboards are way too expensive. The price of their processors is pretty well in line, but you have to pay a ton for the new motherboards. Then the expensive RAM, like the DDR5, to go into it. So I feel like that right now, in my opinion, although they're good, the AMD 7000 stuff is just too expensive. Like, I'm not gonna buy it.
Just so.
Doesn't mean you couldn't, if you want to. Okay, we can't get these treasures. I thought we could do it with these guys.
Swashbuckler.
Nope, we can't. Yeah, it doesn't mean you can't do it. You totally can. But just know that they're definitely milking you for an early adopter tax right now if you go buy their stuff. So they are definitely milking it because they can. So if you're looking for, like, potentially, and I don't, it depends. Like, if AMD drops their prices, if the motherboards get cheaper, it could be different. So I'd keep an eye on that. But, like, coming up soon, Intel's going to launch Raptor Lake. You could get one of the existing motherboards for the Alder Lake chips. I think it's like a Z690. You could get a Z690 board for a pretty good price, and then you could buy one of the new Raptor Lake CPUs to stick in it. And that would be a pretty solid way. You can even use DDR4 RAM if you get the right motherboard. And yes, it can run Crysis, Daniel. So, yeah, I mean, that would certainly be a way to get into a new CPU if you needed to. It's just the only downside of that is that platform is dead from there on out with Intel, and you'd have to upgrade the whole platform again. Now, the good side is that it would be a really solid one for gaming. Like, Raptor Lake's going to be really good at gaming, just like the AMD 7000 series is really good at gaming. So, I mean, it's up to you. I honestly would probably wait it out a bit and just make sure that you get all the information on the table. See exactly how Raptor Lake stacks up. See what the prices are when they actually hit retail. That kind of stuff. I would wait just a little bit, personally. That's just me.
Serve for eternity.
Start putting together a little bit of an army for Protocol. Let's see.
Knows my fate.
Do some local recruiting here. That's global. Just gotta scroll down. Okay, here we go. Intel should learn and keep the socket for more than a few years. I know, it's so weird, Trochus. I don't know why they haven't learned that yet. It was stupid popular with AM4. Hopefully, honestly, hopefully AMD does the same. They've told us they're gonna keep the new one, but we'll see. We'll see. Mrs. Pac-Man Quarter Eater. Only lords can interact with those. Yeah, thanks. Stefano, you are correct. The 5800X 3D is actually probably the best value for gaming, and you can get it on an existing AM4 platform for pretty cheap with DDR4 memory. So that is actually a pretty solid option. Like, The X3D model was performing very well in gaming. Intel and AMD were both having a hard time getting past it. So that is true. That is a pretty solid option right now, if you were interested. If you can find one for the right price, of course.
My domain.
Senshi, thanks for the 2. He says, Yarg, Jack Hawkins, fleet offices. Oh, fleet offices, that's right.
Those black arcs
I didn't know
of
they had
yours
fleet
are quite
offices.
legal.
How did I forget this? Rakarth wants a trade agreement? I mean, if you want some crappy vampire pirate wares, then I've got them for you. Sirius Protocol Black. I like the name, Raksha. Yeah, I love PC building, but man, everything's so expensive right now. Like, food's stupid expensive, gas is stupid expensive. Like, everybody raised their prices on everything. And then not only that, we all just got gouged real bad for PC parts for the last 2 years. And so, like, I feel like sales are probably going to be bad for a while on new processors and stuff. All right, so Fleet Secretary. Ooh, minus upkeep for all armies. That's pretty slick. Tier punishment rate for the Lord's armies. I want him to be the Fleet Secretary, but he has to have 8 loyalty. A required rank 8 and loyalty 5. That sucks. Dang it, I want that. Give it to me. Well, we're going to be immune to reef attrition because of the research we did. That makes our rights cheaper. Improves research rate. Upkeep for deck droppers. Ammunition for gunnery mob. And missile strength in the Lord's army. Reload reduction rate. Okay, that one's not bad. Plus 10 melee defense. Ooh. And a lot of casualty replenishment. Holy crap. 10 melee defense. For deckhand mob and depth guard. I mean, that is pretty tough. Dang, yeah, I'm gonna take that for now. Or wait, yeah. Oh, we have 2 protocols right now. Ah! Which one's which? Now I'm confused.
I thirst.
Protocol the Pirate Lord. Dang, now I can't tell who's who. I think this is the old one, right? Or is this the old one? Check their traits. Can't see their traits right here, so I don't know how to compare the two.
Yes.
It looks like this one if I'm just going by the... This one's level 1, okay? So the new one's level 1. Maybe this is going to be the tell. And the old one was level 5. Okay, so I think I just put the old one into the office. Yeah, we just put the old one into office. I can't boot him out of there now. Office, does it piss him off if I remove him from office? Hopefully not. I can't put him in anywhere, so, well, now I can't put him back in anywhere either. I have to wait for another turn. Okay. We'll figure it out on the next turn. But thanks for the reminder about the offices, Senshi. I know, it's hard to believe, but Air forgot. It is. I know. Hard to believe that I forget things. But I do. I did that.
I am listening.
Alright, let's get out to sea because we love being out to sea.
The blood kiss for more crew.
Ran into each other. Perfect.
Our booty.
There we go.
Time to press, gang.
Blood and plunder.
Oh, we picked up the bonus versus large that we can assign to a unit, so let's make sure to do that. Master Gunner would be good as well, so let's go in here. 20 armor for the assigned unit, banner of swiftness, ship's necromancer, research rate. cost. That's not really necessary. Ship's colors. That one's not hugely necessary. That one seems kind of useless at the moment too. Let's go to ancillaries. Throwing bombs. So bonus versus large. Assign units, and then casualty replen rate is always appreciated. Okay.
I'll order it. The sea knows my fate.
Okay, we need money. Interesting, isn't the Lord Mechanic an old Empire mechanic for the office? It's similar to the one that the Empire had, I think, where you assigned offices. Hey, if there's protocols everywhere, then I'm okay with it. I'm okay with protocols everywhere. Fleet protocols. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and hunt this treasure. See if we can get another battle in at the end of this. Got some money, so we could recruit a few units. How are we doing over here? We got any lizard incursions coming? Not yet. Our settlements are doing all right. Doing surprisingly decent for the moment. Surprisingly decent. Save some cash in the turn. Anyone know if it's best to max out a hero before doing the glory to pathway upgrade? If you're talking about the chaos ones where they do the pathway to glory, I don't know. I mean, if you max them out, I think it resets their progress. So it's probably up to you if that's the case. If it just resets it, it depends. Like I think it's just more of like a pick your style, right? Like so if you go down the path to glory, then it's just going to you know, like kind of be a play style choice. It says it resets the progress to half. There you go. So it's up to you. Like it's a choice of when you want to do it, and then whether the path to glory matches the play style or army picks that you want, right? Probably Sunken Chest, because I don't know if we're gonna have any battles here soon. I was hoping to get a battle there, but we didn't. Okay. Well, let's sail to our target. We didn't get there today, but next week we'll be in a position with Harkon. We got our home base secured, we got our second army out, and now Harkon can start searching for the X. He's got a decent enough flagship that he can do recruiting on the road, and kind of, you know, keep track of things. Protocol is going to keep an eye on the old home front over here. So I feel like we're in pretty good shape, I think, all things considered. We got a base of operations where we're making some cash. We got something to help protect that. Got an army on the way to go do some capturing, so as we are able to make even more cash, you know, we'll make another army, and then maybe we can have 2 armies going after the places that we need to, so make it work. Make it work. And I was looking forward to this campaign. I'm glad I got to play this week. This is a fun campaign. Hopefully I'm playing it in a way that you all enjoy, so we can lose money and have bad weapon strength, or we can lose money and lose armor. This sounds great. That's great. And freaking tastic. Let's go to this island treasure and see what we find. Looks like a wrecked ship. And a dwarf steamer. Ooh. Oh, I thought we were gonna get to do a battle. We just did campaign, so I'll take Arabian Arms. Like, is this an Araby reference? Araby win. Okay. We get ensorcelled blades for 10 turns. I mean, that'll be helpful. I mean, we'll probably be fighting a battle within 10 turns.
My madness is not.
And then CA Araby. When do we get Araby? CA, please. Oh, there's another treasure right there. Sweet. We're gonna hit all these along the coast.
Where to?
We will take all the treasure the game will give us. 15 men on a dead man's chest, yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. That's right. That's the way we roll around here.
Don't waste my time, or I shall have you walk the plank.
I'm not joining any wars, Harkon. Dude, fight your own stuff. You're a skeleton. I'm like a insane Alzheimer-riddled zombie pirate vampire thing. Like we don't really work together. This isn't like a bromance or something, right? We're both crazy, reanimated freaks who are imposing our will on the world.
Seaborn death.
We're gonna have to be self-sufficient, all right?
I know these waters.
It's the exact same thing. That sucks. Sorceral blades. All right, we just reset it and picked up a sword of swift
I'm
slaying.
getting twitchy. Set sail.
Are there any good islands around here where I actually get to fight someone? I'd like to have a fight before this one's over.
The seas are my domain.
Ooh, depth guard. I definitely want depth guard. It's gonna be a really important unit because depth guard are potent. Save some cash here. Let's see. Unassigned skill
I
points.
smell a defector.
Ooh, man, the weapon damage is gonna get real high because we've also got Master Strike. I love that.
Admiral of the fleet.
All right, here we go. Skull reefs or Leviathan carcasses are the good ones. Okay. Good to know. Thanks, Enraksha. Air, you need a monkey and a parrot? Isn't that one of the things you can do in the research tree? Or am I just seeing? Oh, we got a powder monkey. See, we can get a powder monkey. Right now, I'm working on Master Gunner.
Harkon rolls.
Did you say Archon rules? Ooh, explore the island. Heck yeah, let's go. What's on the island? Charlie Short Hands. It's gonna be Charlie No Hands when we're done with them, folks. It's gonna be the last little bit I get to do before I have to sign off for the night, but we need to Queen Bess someone. We have Queen Bess. We haven't gotten to use Queen Bess since then. This guy has a giant crab, too, so things could get interesting. Oh yeah, we're gonna take him on. Sheen them Charlies. That's right, said she. Firmly grasp it. Thanks so much for the 10. Holy cow, thank you so much. Says, yo, Air, another long-time watcher here. Been watching since Rome 2. Thanks for the decade of content. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for the decade of being such an awesome supporter. Thank you. Appreciate it. Means a lot to me. Man, I have been on YouTube forever. I'm older than dirt. I think like 13, 14 years or something I've been on YouTube. Man, it's fun though. It is a lot of fun. Love being here. Thank you so much for the support. Firmly grasp it. What has been your favorite campaign or your favorite video type, either now or in the past? Curious to see what you have to say. Thanks for the support. And 10, it has been like over a decade. Sometimes it surprises me, but things are crazy. Yeah, it's like I remember even when it felt like just yesterday having my first boy, and now he's 8. Even my younger one's 5 now. So like time going on. Since she says Lionheart started when he was 16. Yeah, I know. I was still in school when I started the channel making Rome 1 videos, and that was when I still lived in Fort Smith. I mean, so that was... I graduated in 10. That's when I moved up here, so it's been 12 years since then, but I was already doing the channel before I moved up here. For at least a year or 2. So I'm thinking it's either 13 or 14 years. I'd have to go back and look at the very first videos and see when it started. Exactly, but very, very close. I think what we're gonna do is kind of sit back with Bessie. use our range. Yeah, we're gonna sit back here and use our range. Make them come to us. Yeah, thank you so much, Frame of the Grass. He says, I liked watching your Rome 2 online battles. I was a kid just trying to figure out the game, and your videos helped me a ton to understand the matchups and how to build an army and whatnot. Yeah, those were fun times. Those were fun times. I wish I could spend more time in multiplayer these days, and I am going to do a stream of multiplayer tomorrow. Same time, same place. You all want to enjoy it. But yeah, back in the day, obviously, I had a lot more time to play multiplayer battles because I just had a lot more time. Something I don't have anymore, unfortunately. But I do have awesome little boys that I love, and a wife who loves me and is fantastic, so I am thankful for that. But yeah, and a good job, you know, it's always good to have too. Despite some of the frustrations of said job, it's a good job. So, yeah, good times, man, good times. So I definitely enjoyed being, you know, really into multiplayer back then. I'll keep doing it. They are dodging my Queen Best. This is a new AI behavior. Look at them dodging the Queen. Do they do it with every unit? You can dodge shots from Queen Best pretty easily. If CA has programmed the AI to dodge Queen Best, then that is really irritating. Yeah, they did. Look at that. CA has programmed the AI how to dodge Queen Best, so now Queen Best is utterly useless. Because you'll never hit them, they just keep dodging. Oh my gosh, CA, please. The things you do to us. The things you do to us, CA. Why would you program the AI to dodge the super fun happy cannon? Like, hey, we made this unit that's really fun. You're gonna love it. It's called Queen Bess. By the way, anytime you shoot it, we pre-program the AI to just, you know, ignore you. Like, so you never get to see it like actually do anything, but it's really cool. Like, the cannon looks cool. You'll like it. What? There we go. We landed a hit finally. I think that was our very first hit in the hand cannons. But it's because they're standing still shooting. That's the only reason we hit them. Otherwise, CA's playing dodgy. Oh, no. Don't die. Don't die. Don't do this. Don't let air get you like that. Good grief, how did he get crapped on so hard? And he must have gotten shot up by the hand cannons or something. He was just almost entirely dead. Fix like the warp bomb. Man, the Skaven warp bombed me hard the other day, Senshi, when I was playing my my High Elves Legendary campaign. They warp bombed me bad. Yeah, the AI Skaven, it was rough. Essentially, I mean, they absolutely ripped me with the warp bomb. It's like an ICBM going off. I've kind of just been sitting still with my army just because I can. My guns and shred through those guys. There we go. Surprised no proper caster in Luthor's army. We're gonna get one. Yeah, I don't have one yet. I need to. We definitely need the magic. It's something the coast relies on. We'll definitely get one in Raksha. I'll add one on the next episode. We'll ditch like a unit of handguns or something and bring in a caster, or ditch the hand cannon because of their shorter range and bring in a caster, something like that. I do like the shooting component of our army. It's pretty powerful. Queen Bess, I mean, if the AI has to sit still and fight, Queen Bess could be pretty helpful. I mean, she got a bunch of kills there, but obviously the AI was just dodging it early on, which is frustrating. Well, there we go, folks. We made some progress. A little slow, probably, to get where we're going, but we're getting there. So, feel like it's going to be good. we're making progress. We're on the way to go take our first X province. We've gathered a bunch of treasure. We've secured a foothold. We got to bring in a second lord. We've kind of established an income, gotten some key upgrades, so may feel like we're just sitting around not going for the objective, but we are definitely going for the objective now because we're in a good position to do so. So make sure to join me next week again on Thursday. We'll continue this campaign, and we'll go take our first X province here, and maybe even get to move on to a second. We'll see. Anyway, HeirofCarthage signing out for now. Thank you all so much for being here, and I will see you again next time.